My name is Scott Gross. I'm a senior staff attorney at the Legislative Council. I'm originally from West Bend, Wisconsin, just north of Milwaukee. I've been in Madison now for over 10 years. I came here for undergrad right out of high school and was an economics major. I went to law school at UW as well and started here right out of law school. Our office is responsible for providing legal advice to all of the legislators, to the standing committees, as well as to study committees that are arranged by the Joint Legislative Council. And we provide all that advice on a nonpartisan basis. The roles we play in the process can include the helping with suggesting amendments and amendment language. When it comes to our study committees, we take the initial drafts and we're responsible for creating the initial drafts of all of the legislation that the study committees do. Those are ultimately referred down to the Legislative Reference Bureau for formal drafting prior to introduction, but we do get involved in the drafting. So it's possible during a standing committee meeting that the committee may be interested in amending something there at the meeting, and we can help them achieve those goals. You know, the thing that's most interesting about the job for me is watching the legislators interact with each other and watching the, being able to be involved in seeing pieces of legislation evolve from the time of introduction to the time that they're passed into law and signed by the governor. And if you're reading about an issue in the paper or in the news, someone in our office is working on it. I think that's a neat thing that we have that ability to cover that wide variety of issues and deal with things on a time-sensitive and time-relevant basis. The reactions I get to my job probably be broken down into three categories. One would be the people who don't know our office exists. Most of those people take a generally positive view in the sense that they sort of think, well, I always expected that someone was there helping the legislators, so it's good to know that you're doing that. And the second would be someone who has heard of the office. They recognize the turnaround and deadlines that we work on are tight, and the issues can become very visible very quickly. And there's, I suppose, a third group. If there's people that have their preconceived notions of what it means to be a lawyer for the state versus a lawyer in private practice, maybe we get lumped into those categories. But typically, when they get a chance to hear what we do, my impression is that people come away impressed and interested. In law school, I didn't really think about public service. I was thinking about private practice. When I read about the job, thought the nonpartisan aspect of it was very interesting. That was something that appealed to me. The concept of working for people with differing viewpoints and working for both sides of an issue was something I thought was an intriguing challenge. And it was very easy for me to recognize that the people here were incredibly smart, incredibly talented, policy minds, and very, very good at thinking issues through. And I just thought it would be a very positive place to work. I look at our role in the legislative process and believe that the process is better for our presence, and living within those nonpartisan constraints I don't find that difficult, but in that sense, it's I think possible to be able to relate to all of the legislators in some way or another, and also to recognize that they're here acting out in good faith, acting out what they think are policies that are in the best interests of the state, and to see them firmly believe in that, it makes it easy to want to help and want to help them move the process forward and see our role as providing a positive contribution to the quality of the laws. Further, I think you need to, be aware of the role that you're playing and how you interact with the world.